Welcome back to the Wolfpack News. I'm Marissa Bean.
And I'm Ashley Burnside. It really is crazy that this is our last news show of the semester. So our crew is honoring our seniors by letting us have the screen.
It really is nice to be back on the screen anchoring the news one last time before our seniors are done. But this week, we have a special segment for our retiring teachers, a recap of the senior picnic,
and one last shot to see if we can guess what Mason is having for lunch. All that and more is coming up in just 25 seconds. The Baccalaureate is a religious event to celebrate the class of 2023. The ceremony will take place May 23rd at 7 p.m. at Westridge Church. Seniors, please arrive no later than 6:30 p.m. It is recommended that seniors will wear their graduation gown with any cords or stoles presented to them at honors nights. Ladies, please wear a skirt with a nice blouse or a dress. Guys are expected to wear a white shirt and a tie, and there will also be refreshments after the ceremony. So be sure to come out and celebrate us moving forward in life.
Seniors, May 24th, 25th, and 26th is graduation practice. Please note that if you want to be able to get your graduation tickets, you must attend the practices starting at 8 a.m. until it is completed. Everyone will report to the gym for further instructions and will not be allowed back into the building afterwards, so please plan accordingly.
For our last show of the semester, we wanted to take a moment to highlight our seniors' accomplishments and their achievements within the Wolfpack News. Take a look.
For the STN Challenge, I placed 4th, or otherwise known as honorable mention, for the sports story. I interviewed Daniel Nails on how being bilingual has affected him being a person in school and a person playing sports, and how that really affected his life. I also helped Dylan Marsha in his personal vlog, being an actor and editing a little bit of his film, and he ended up placing first, so I'm very happy for him. And it was our first time submitting anything to STN nationally. Getting the honorable mention made me feel really good about myself because it was my first time. I was kind of rushed, and I still placed really well national-wide, so I felt like if I had more time, I could probably win or place even higher than what I did, so I'm happy about that.
For my overall accomplishments throughout this pathway, I'd say the biggest one that I had was definitely placing first in a national competition for my personal vlog that I directed. Throughout the process, we just went to a bunch of different fast food joints, and the prompt that we were given was to review the best ice. So we went around, reviewed the ice. Every time I went in and asked for 4 cups of ice, they gave me a weird look, so that wasn't very fun. But the fun part was definitely when we went back to my car and reviewed the ice. I kind of had to put my car on the line for some of the funny bits, but that was part of the experience, part of the fun experiences you get when you are directed by me, I guess. Honestly, since it was a national competition, I didn't even expect to place top 3. Coming out in first, honestly, was a big surprise. Overall, it was a very fun experience. It'll definitely come into play in my future career path because I'm going to college for film, so that will definitely help.
The Student Television Network is an association where student filmmakers and different students interested in broadcast can compete and submit different videos, whether it be short films, vlogs, or even a news broadcast. For the first time in North Paulding history, we submitted a news episode for the STN Broadcast Excellence Awards. We placed within the top 25 in the nation and received a Distinguished Merit Award. For the competition, we submitted 1 episode from the fall semester and 1 episode from the spring semester of this year. And it was really interesting to get to see our progress from both episodes, just going from the fall to the spring and how much our program has grown within the past year. And so I really love just getting to be awarded for that and just acknowledged for all of the hard work that our news crew here has put in.
Well, let's head over to one of our highly accomplished producers, Dylan Marsha, for a special sports recap segment this week. Take it away.
Welcome back to In the Den. I'm your host, Dylan Marsha. Today, instead of going over our ongoing accomplishments, we will look back into the past. So let's start off with the earliest season, volleyball. They had a strong start to the season, beating all Paulding County teams swiftly, competing in many tournaments and showing off our worth by winning most of the showcases. They then went on to the playoffs where they played a fierce game against Brookwood, just barely losing 3-2. I thought for sure they would have won that game. Another team I thought was going to go all the way was the football team. After a not so prominent past season, they pulled a rabbit out of the hat, finishing first in the region. Jalen Poe was a key asset to the offensive game plan. He didn't always get the ball, but when he did, it was something special. 102 rushing yards per game and 21 touchdowns is amazing. With that amazing season, let's move on to the next sport. The softball team went undefeated in region, 12-0. Personally, I think the main reason for this was Sanaa Thompson's 10 home runs, 14 stolen bases, 56 hits, and 50 runs. I'd say it's more than impressive, but what's even better is that as a team, they made it so deep into the playoffs, beating Campbell and Archer High School to become the first seed. They then beat Kennesaw Mountain High School to advance in the playoffs. The flag football team played great the whole season, beating tough teams like Lassiter, Harrison, North Cobb, Kennesaw Mountain, and Cal High School. Overall, the team had some great achievements. Our cheer team partook in many tournaments like the Hillgrove tournament, where they placed first. All those routines and flips, they are really hard to pull off, but since we have such a talent, there was no problem winning. Another team with a lot of talent is our Raiders team, which won the area championships and even went on to nationals. They placed fourth out of everyone. What a great accomplishment. Now on to the wrestling team. They did great individually. We have some outstanding players like Josh Denson, Ryan Miller, and Luca Graham, who all performed great for their end of the high school career, going undefeated in region and getting 4th place in nationals. Great job, guys. Let's move on to our basketball teams. They have both played great this year, with the boys having electric games led by Carter Conley, Ryan Williams, and Gavin McLean. The girls went on a wrecking path and destroyed their opponents Grayson High School and Pebblebrook High School, making it all the way to the Elite Eight. Alexandra Willis was a brick wall in the paint. Lily Harris and Jada Jackson, 2 sharpshooters that took our team to the next level. Let's move on to the boys soccer team. They came into their season with 2 strong wins and a come-up clutch win against McEachern High School to make it into the playoffs, but sadly they lost in the first round. On to another playoff run, the girls soccer team led by Anna Weir with 31 goals, Ruby Kelly with 105 saves, and Peyton Conti with 10 assists. They were able to beat Parkview in the first round easily, but came up short in the later rounds. But that's okay, because making it into the playoffs is a tough feat in itself. But let's move on to our baseball team, which had a strong start to the season, beating tough teams like Hillgrove, McEachern, and Marietta. Jackson Greer, throwing a no-hitter against Walton High School, had earned our baseball team their rightful spot in the Final Four, another team to make the Final Four. The girls make it to the Final Four after a dominating season, going undefeated in region and going into playoffs with the first seed facing Campbell High School and destroying them 23-0 and Lambert High School 12-7. Our attack was on fire the whole season, and the defense wouldn't let anything pass. 346 goals in one season is absolutely crazy. What's even more crazy is the fact that the boys had the same record as the girls. They were also undefeated in region, led by Cade McNeil scoring 56 goals and 23 assists, and our star defenders Zachary Creel and Andrew Goodman locking down other offenses like it was nothing. After a terrific regional performance, many of our athletes like record-breaking Caden Terrell, Sanaa Thompson, Luke Brand, and many more moved on to sectionals and the state final. Caden Terrell placed 4th overall in the 400-meter dash with an amazing time of 47.71. Now that is fast. Thank you all for watching, and signing off for the last time, back to you, Marissa.
Thank you, Dylan. Seniors are not the only people we want to honor this week. We also want to take a moment to say goodbye and appreciate our retiring teachers, Mr. Moore and Miss Wilson. Take a look.
Mr. Moore has helped me because, I really did not know how to draw before I got into this class, and he taught me how to make 3D shapes. So now, whenever I'm bored, I draw, cubes and stuff on my papers, and that just helps the time fly by, so that's what I got to thank Mr. Moore for.
Mr. Moore, I've really enjoyed your class, and I've had it for the last 3 semesters, so thank you for being such a great teacher.
Thank you for everything, and good luck in retirement, and I hope you love whatever life has left to bring you.
Okay, so I just wanted to tell Mr. Moore to have a good retirement. I wanted to thank him for everything that he's done for me, and his class was just all around really, really fun.
I just hope that Mr. Moore and Miss Wilson have a great retirement, and they just go live their life on peacefully and happily ever after.
Okay, well, hi. I have been aware that Miss Wilson will be retiring after this year, too, and I just want to really say that I really appreciate her job in North Paulding. I've only had her for this semester, but I can honestly say I really appreciate her teaching habits and how she teaches. She's awfully loving, an incredible person, and honestly, after she is done with North Paulding, I hope she has a wonderful time in her retirement.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moore, for being such a great teacher.
Thank you for everything you've helped us with, and I hope you enjoy retirement.
Same as what she just said, but thank you so much for all your work. Congratulations, Mr. Moore. We love you.
The senior picnic took place on May 15th, where seniors were invited out to the track to get a varsity lunch along with their yearbook and King of Pops. They all came together to sign each other's yearbooks, play games, and just hang out before the school year comes to an end. We hope all of our seniors had a great time. I know I did.
All this talk about lunch has got me thinking, I wonder what Mason got for lunch this week. Let's follow him as the journey to guess his lunch is coming to an end.
What do you think I got for lunch?
I think you got Otter's chicken.
All right, why?
It's really good.
All right, what do you think I got for lunch?
Let me think real quick. Zaxby's. You got Zaxby's.
All right, what do you think I got for lunch?
You got McDonald's, and you supersized that, John.
Okay.
I agree with Joey. I think Buddy got Zaxby's.
All right, what do you think?
I think you definitely got a salad.
Man, Mason's lunch coming to an end. But we had a lot of good guesses, a lot of fun throughout this year. But my guess today is going to be Seal Blue in honor of Austin.
This week on Mason's Lunch, I'm guessing La Paria because I think Mexican food sounds really good right now.
This week on Mason's Lunch, I'm gonna guess Cielo Blue.
So this week, I got my cookie. But I think Mason went to Cielo Blue because I'm going to just have to team with Austin this week. It's last week, and that's what I feel like he has in store for us.
I think Mason went to Dairy Queen today because I'm really craving ice cream.
For my last and final guess ever of Mason's Lunch, in honor of the new director next year, I will be guessing Cielo Blue.
I've looked at the list of everything that Mason has had so far in what is Mason eating for lunch, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think he's going to go to Steak and Shake.
Oh, Mason, we've been expecting you. Follow me.
Hello, Mason Youngblood. I've been expecting you. Please, sit.
What are you guys doing here?
You know, I've been guessing Cielo Blue every single week.
But I don't understand. How did you know I would be here?
I've been waiting here for you. The whole school year. Every time I've guessed Cielo Blue, I've been sitting here, at this table, at this spot, waiting for you, for the day you're going to be here. I even brought them two with me.
Okay.
I'll take the enchiladas Suiza.
So I chose enchiladas Suiza because I wanted to try something different, and our waitress suggested it to me as a good dish.
So Mason, tell me, what do you think? Took you long enough to get you here? I've been wrangling you the whole time. How is it?
Well, it's been a whole school year, and it was well worth the wait. So I chose Cielo Blue because Austin has been very adamant throughout the entire semester, and I decided to finally give him his spotlight.
It all went according to my plan. Mason, you knew it was going to happen. Viewers, you knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. It's just a matter of time. I win.
Since it is the end of the school year, let's take a look at how our contestants placed, with Dylan coming first place overall. Thank you all for tuning in to Mason's Lunch this school year. Now back to y'all in the studio.
Be sure to follow our Instagram and TikTok at NPHS_Wolfpack Productions. You can head over to our Instagram for the video of me getting pied in the face. Also, be sure to subscribe to North Paulding's YouTube page to get notified when we go live. And the news crew posted the video of me getting pied to the Instagram.
Well, that concludes our last episode of Wolfpack News this semester.
Thank you all for tuning in and your endless support. And from all of us here at Wolfpack News,
that's a wrap, Wolfpack!